Welcome in to the Arkansas Sports Network's Hometown Sports Football Preview, proudly presented by Arkansas Tech University, D3 Auto Sales, and by Metcalf Trucking Company. Today we sit down with the head coach of the Atkins Red Devils, Austin Dobbs. This Pigskin Preview is brought to you by Heirloom Legal Services.
Welcome into the Hometown Sports Football Edition of Preseason Magazine. I'm Brad Caldwell. Here I've got first-year coach for Atkins, got Austin Dobbs, and if I'm being quite honest with you, this is the very first. Now, you may be a part of history.
Yeah.
You may be. We may look at this 15 years down the road and say, you are the first one. But you're the very first interview that we ever had in this new venture that we have at the Arkansas Sports Network. So I'm glad to be here with you, and man, glad to be able to talk a little bit about the Atkins Red Devils.
No, absolutely. Well, you know, it's better to be first than last, I guess. So,
if you ain't first, you're last.
If you ain't first, there you go. There you go.
Let's talk a little bit about it. First year coach here. You haven't even coached a game out here in this football field. We talk about places, great places to watch football in the state of Arkansas. This place right here is really a football sanctuary here in Arkansas.
No, it absolutely is a special place. You know, to play on this field, it kind of meant everything growing up. You know, when you're a kindergartner and you see the senior high football team, you know, come through pep rallies and stuff like that, it just means more. And it was always a dream, and I'm definitely blessed to be here. You know, Charlie Sarles, you know, that Sarles name that's attached to this field, it's just special in the state of Arkansas, and you know, I'm blessed to be here. I really am.
Legendary coach Charlie Sarles, he passed on a few years back, but the legend still lives on. He's got his name out here on this place, and what a cool place this is to watch games. I've watched, I can't tell you, countless games here. Watched a lot of Atkins victories. This is a place that has a lot of tradition. A lot of people don't know that about Atkins, that there's a lot of tradition here at Atkins with the Red Devils.
Yes, no, we've had football for about almost longer than anybody in the River Valley, I think. So it definitely just means more. We talk to our kids about Red Devil pride, and you know, and that bleeds into our community. It means more.
It sure does.
It's awesome.
And you know, on a good Friday night when the Red Devils are really good, these stands over here are filled up to capacity, creating a tough home environment here for the Red Devils. Let's talk a little bit about your Red Devils. Let's talk about your assistant coaches right now, Jeff Harrelson, Kelsey Snow, and Terrence Bobo.
Yes, they're awesome. Jeff Harrelson's going to be our defense coordinator. Man, he's been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
He's been doing it a long time. He's also our head baseball coach. Man,
he's a baseball man.
He's a baseball guy.
Yeah.
If you know Coach Harrelson, he's a baseball guy. But man, he works his tail off. He takes it serious, and he's our team doctor as well. That's a little known fact about Coach Harrelson. He'll take care of our kids, but no, he's a great guy, and he's an Atkins guy.
Yeah.
So I'm blessed to have him on our staff for sure.
Yeah. Kelsey Snow.
Yeah, Kelsey Snow. So he's originally from Oklahoma, actually from Mark Tree.
Yes.
So you Mark Tree people, Coach Snow, he's a great guy. Man, our kids love him.
Yeah.
Our kids love him. He builds a rapport with those young ones, and man, that's so crucial to a program.
He's a great guy. I've known him for a long time.
Yep, you won't find a better guy. You won't find a better guy. Great job, great guy.
And then of course one of the greats here at our Atkins, Terrence Bobo.
Absolutely, he's a legend on the field. That Bobo name, you know, it just means a lot around here in Atkins, and man, we're fortunate to have Coach Bobo coaching our guys up. So.
So you guys employ a spread offense. This is something that even Tommy Cody did when he came here several years back now, and you guys have continued that tradition there.
Yes, sir. Yes, yeah. So Coach Cody, he came here when I was an 8th grader, and you know, we've transitioned into the spread, and it's been good to us. Man, we pretty much gonna stay the same. It'll be that spread offense. You know, there's little different things, but you know, Coach Cody is a great guy, great coach. A lot of who I am as a coach comes from Tommy Cody for sure. So he's
incredible
awesome
coach, doing a great job down at DeWitt, by the way.
Yes.
Defense, you're going to run a 4-3 this year. Tell us a little bit about your defense and the guys you're going to employ over there. Of course, I know that it's not necessarily set in stone, but at the same time, we know we have ideas as we go.
Right. Coach Harrelson's our defensive guy. Now that 4-3, he does little thing. I mean, he's got his own twist to it. Some guys coming back that's going to really lead our defense. John Davis led us in tackles last year. Blake Mitchell has put on about 40 pounds. You see him, he looks like a completely different kid at linebacker. Jaden Martin, no telling where he's going to play. Lucas Sims, senior for us, did an unreal job at defensive back for us last year. So, we're excited about all the returners we have. And I know Coach Harrelson is excited about some young guys going to come up on the defensive line as well.
You returned your quarterback, Cole Crawford. Crawford ran a camera for me a few years back. Yeah. He wasn't that tall.
Yeah.
Now he's the quarterback here for the Red Devils. 1,230 yards passing last year, 14 touchdowns. Tell us a little bit about Cole.
So Cole's goal, just a little about Cole. He's trying to get to 6 foot, and he's close. He may be there. He wants to weigh about 205. He's a beefier guy. He's got an incredible arm. The next step for him, he's had reps as a sophomore. He's just going to be growing that offense,
sure.
And being the leader that he can be. And but he's got a talent. He's got talent. He can be an unreal guy for us, and we need him to be.
So, Jaden Martin, he had 579 yards, 6.2 yards carry, not too bad.
No, he's an unreal kid. Great leader for us. He's the type of kid you're going to see in the locker room after ball games, cleaning it up, making sure everything's done the right way, and he shows that on the field too. I love all our kids, but he's a special one for sure.
We got planes flying overhead here. It's just first interview. It's always interesting. Strengths, you said you got several returners at skill positions in depth.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Basically, return all our starters at receiving spots, our Z, our X, our Y, H, all returners. They were all sophomores, so they'll all be juniors this year. They just got games under their belt.
Yeah.
That's going to be big for us, And then on the defensive side, it's almost the same thing.
Sure.
We got 8 returners, so it's good when it's tough when you're young, but also it helps you in the future for sure. So.
Sure. You guys broke a long losing streak last year, and really was really close to making the playoffs. I guess really was that not within the 1-point loss there at Melbourne?
That was
it.
Right? That was it. Yeah, that one stings. That one still stings, and I think it's fueled our kids all off season because we felt like we let that one get away from us. You just can't prepare for anything like that, but it's definitely fueled our kids. It's been a good thing for this offseason.
You beat Quitman 34-33. Tell us a little bit about that game and what that was like to win that ball game and break that losing streak.
It was special. It was just getting the monkey off your back.
Right.
The whole year, Coach Porter talks to the kids. We knew we could do it. We had the capabilities of doing it. Yeah. We needed to get the monkey off our back, and man, our kids that night, it was just good. I think you felt the whole crowd and our kids, our coaches, we kind of just breathed a huge sigh of relief because we needed it, and it's been good since then. So.
Well, you were close with state champion Bigelow, 16-12 there. That Dover game, I think, was with them one score there late. They scored at the end. Conway Christian 20-0. They were a good team last year. Really, the only games that got away from you were Jessieville and it looks like Newport, if I'm not mistaken. Those two. Everything else was basically within one score.
Yeah.
So it's got to bode well for you coming into this year. Y'all have the experience now of playing tight, playing close. Now it's probably time for Atkins to take the next step.
Yeah, we're going to have the best numbers Atkins football has had since probably the early 2000s, I would say. And it's time. It's time to progress, and our kids want it, but you got to work for it too. It's one thing to want it; it's another thing to work for it. And so, we're looking forward to developing this summer and the rest of this offseason.
So you got a load of returning starters, several names there: Cole Crawford, Tanner Hegeman, David Bowden, Dakota Ham, Mason Martin, Alan Horn, John Davis, Kenny Rivas, Cade Bartlett, Blake Mitchell, Malachi Givens, Jaden Martin, Austin McCurry, Lucas Sims. All that's going to help you.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Every single one of those guys need to be key parts of who we are and where we can go. So.
Down the schedule here, Perryville, rival. Dover, rival. Y'all got to be familiar with Conway Christian. Y'all play them just about year in and year out. But that it's 3A3 or is it 3A2?
I couldn't tell you. I just know who we play. I just show up on Friday nights.
Mountain View, pretty good football program.
Yep.
Salem, good football program. Melbourne, good football program right there. Those three. And Mayflower back in 3A as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's going to be a talented conference. It is. Salem's really talented. All those coaches do great jobs. So it's going to be exciting, but we're looking forward to a challenge, and we'll play whoever shows up on Friday. And it's kind of our mentality. What it's got to be.
You talk about this group being a fun group to work with. Tell us a little bit about that.
They just have fun. They work hard. They have fun. They cut up a little bit, but they're just a fun group. They've kind of learned how to encourage each other, and that's a huge part of who we're going to be. As teammates, you have the responsibility to encourage one another and not tear each other down, and that's what we're trying to build. And those guys do a great job of that every day, and they compete. That's a big thing for me. If we can compete, we have a chance.
I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Yeah.
Okay, so take a deep breath.
Okay.
Get ready.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. It will be a successful season at Atkins if
our kids play as hard as they possibly can every single Friday night.
Coach Austin Dobbs here, the Arkansas Sports Network, first ever interview for our Hometown Sports Magazine football edition. Coach Dobbs, thank you for joining us.
Yes, sir. I
here.
appreciate you guys. I appreciate you.
All right. Coach Dobbs with us, and we got our next interviews coming up. Make sure you stay tuned here to the Arkansas Sports Network, both on YouTube and on Facebook. We're going to have tons of content coming out for football and basketball you don't want to miss.
Thanks again for joining us on the Arkansas Sports Network's Hometown Sports Football Preview. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Arkansas Sports Network on YouTube to catch more previews and all the latest updates on your favorite teams.